So, good morning, you guys. Um, I kind of wanted to go off what happened the other day, why I made that video about red pill, blue pill, whatever, what have you. Um, and I want to get to the epiphany I had finally, yesterday after everything was said and done. So, I'm not going to go into all the details of, you know, why I was feeling that way because we all have reasons that it happens and whatever. But basically, 10 years ago, if you knew me, um, 10, 11 years ago, my older kids were little and, I was very involved in their life as far as like in their softball, their baseball, what have you, things like that. Well, I since everything's happened and whatever, it's really hard as a parent to get back involved in those things. But I have, two little ones at home right now. One's 11, one's 8, and it was time for me to get them out and active again. So this year I had decided to sign them up for softball. But I also made the decision that it would be fun for them, fun for me, just have them, you know, moving around and getting their exercise, whatever. Um, I did decide, however, not to get involved as far as coaching, not to get involved as far as trying to be on the board like I've done in the past. It's just, I'm out there for my kids. That's it. I mean, as we all know, any fulfillment we get, has to start on the inside. And I just want to enjoy them having fun. Anyhow, there was a big build up to the whole, signing them up. And there's been numerous things that have come up for me, like, just those little annoyances that start coming up from, especially like, if you guys know, like, I'm from a really small town. So everybody knows everybody. They've known each other their whole life. And if they haven't known each other their whole life, they very well know your business. Well, for me, after, experiencing what I have, I basically stay at home in my bubble. I don't get involved in the distractions of the drama and all that. So if you were to want to get to me or bother me, the only way you could really do that is through my children and through, you know, what I do with them, their school, their activities, whatever. But for me as a mom, I get really mama bear. And I mean, to the point where I am literally a bear if you try to hurt my kids. Anyhow, point being, some stuff came up after signing them up, and there was this little drama, what have you. And yesterday, or the day before yesterday, when I made that video, I just could see it playing out from the time I signed them up. These things that would come up, to upset me, to bother me, to maybe test me. And a lot of what I experienced through what we've gone through is I feel a lot of the testing. Like I'm being tested as far as how is she going to handle this? How is she going to handle that? And that right there is the thing that just sends me over the edge. I hate that feeling. I hate, and that could very well be I'm manifesting that on the outside because I hate that feeling so much. Anyhow, I had to deal, after making the video the other day, yesterday I had to be on the phone a lot. I had to deal with some stuff. But the night before, I literally laid in bed with and I'm really good about this now. Like my mind doesn't race at night. I've been able to calm myself, settle myself. But like I said, my weak spot is my children. So I laid in bed, tossing and turning, trying to plan out the best way I was going to deal with the situation that I was having. Instead of flipping out, giving them cause to, you know, talk more or, you know, make me look crazy or whatever, because I will flip out on a person, you know. As you guys know, I spent some time in jail for flipping out on someone about my child. Anyhow, this is why, how funny. So this is why normally I'll write my journal down and then I'll read it to you guys, or, you know, because I'll stay on track. But anyhow, point being, and I want to get to the point. So yeah, I spent that whole night, you know, tossing and turning how I was going to execute and handle the situation. And then yesterday on the phone, most of the morning, most of the afternoon, I ended up handling the situation very well, I think. You know, I did it the way the world would want you to do. You know, I didn't flip out. I was responsible in that sense. Anyhow, during the debacle that I was having, there were so many things coming at me, and if I were to have kept track since I've signed up with you guys and told you every little detail that, oh my God, why is this coming up? Why is this coming up? Like just stuff like piling on for the last couple months, right? You would probably get a better understanding of what I meant. But it's those little things that come up and you know, you're like, why are they messing with me? Why are they messing with me? Well, yesterday morning, you know, after handling the situation, texting my husband, he was like, I told him, like, I was very angry. I was just like, dude, they're messing with me. And he was like, who's messing with you? And like, why? And like, he doesn't get the whole things that I've been through or whatever, and talk about the spiritual aspects of things and the, you know, he doesn't get it quite as well as I would like him to, but he does know how I am. So there's that. Anyhow, said and done, situation handled. And at the time when I was saying they're trying to get to me, they're doing this to get to me, it was just too, again, well scripted, too well, you know, you guys know what I mean, just totally scripted. Anyhow, in the middle of it, I didn't take time to actually think it through and what was really happening. And I was just getting mad at every individual involved in the situation. Like, these motherfuckers, like, you guys know. And yes, last night, when everything was said and done, it hit me. And the good thing is, it's hitting me quicker now. But it's the things we forget when we're in the midst of that real world crap. I don't even want to call it real world crap, because that's not what it is. It's the scripted bullshit we have to play into as parents, as people who have to go out to a job, whatever, you know, it's that scripted crap you have to deal with. And it dawned on me and it hit me when I was thinking about what I had said to my husband about they're trying to. And I was like, oh my geez. Like, why couldn't I have realized this in the midst of it? The good thing is I did realize it so much quicker than normal. But it's not so much about they as an individual doing things to rattle me or trigger me or set me off. What came to me quicker is that it's that spiritual warfare that and what we've been through, we already know that's going on all the time. That, you know, just the bull crap we have to deal with. But that's who they were. Whether you want to look at it as the good and bad in the Bible, spiritual warfare, or you want to look at it like as energy and, you know, there's good people, there's bad people who want to send out energy to attack us. And they work through other people, and it's not even the individual who is being used or asleep's fault, if that makes sense. It's just the powers that be working through a group of people to attack us, and I know you guys know what I mean when I say that. It could, like I said, it could be the Bible stuff, the good, the bad. You want to see it like that. Well, I tend to look at it more as an energy shot, somebody working against us, like the good in the world, who are trying to, just be better people, thinking are, anyhow, whatever. Point being, I was being attacked energetically. Now, I was, of course, blaming each individual person, because they're all people that I've known, for a number of years, if not my whole life. So the energy was working through this different group of people. And I'm just like, these effing people, I want out of this town. I mean, literally, you guys, I was in tears yesterday morning because I just get so exhausted from dealing with it. But when it dawned on me last night, like, girl, duh, why couldn't you have just sat still and remembered that this is a spiritual or an energetic war that you just went through? If I could have remembered that during, it probably would have ended so much quicker. But, we all tend to forget things when we're having to deal with those day-to-days. Yeah, so the epiphany I had was just like, whoa, stop blaming the individual, blame the energy that was being shot at you, blame the good versus bad, spiritual war that it is, and fight back in that energetic way that works. I don't know. Basically, my point is, it's just, those things we forget when we're having to deal with daily stuff. And I think my next step is just going to be really, really, because I'm going to be, a lot's probably going to go down with this whole baseball season and what have you, but I am really going to try. No, I'm not going to say try. I'm going to stay in that mindset of watching my thoughts, watching the energy I'm putting out, and remembering that even when we're going through those day-to-day things that we do as parents, as, husbands, as wives, or whatever, that it is that energetic spiritual war, and we have to push out that good. We have to have faith. And, once I finally was like, girl, everything's going to work out. Like, that what you're doing is, you're not trying to hurt people. Whatever's attacking you, it's their issue, whatever. It's going to work out for you. And once I came to that mindset yesterday, everything just fell together. Everything ended up working out. I had the epiphany last night. I hurried up and called my friend. I told Tara, gosh, I was so excited just about the epiphany. Like, duh, it's a freaking spiritual war. And here I am blaming the individual. And why couldn't I see it during? And, she's a great person to talk to because she understands those things I go through. Anyhow, I don't even know if this video made sense, you guys. It was just, I wanted to kind of chat with y'all and just try to be here to remind you that when we have to deal with those everyday spiritual wars in our everyday lives, just try to remember that and focus back inwards. I don't know. I hope you guys are having a good morning. I love you, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.